I could do with a bit of that. Jackdaws. Yeah, a lot of songbirds calling this morning. Of course, it's the pairing up season. A lot of birds have already paired up early on the winter. Some are still at it, and males will be starting to create their breeding territory soon. Most of the bird call is by males of the species, whatever species they are. wrens, blackbirds, song thrushes, blue tits, grey tits. And that singing, of course, is to let females know that there's a male about. It might be a useful suitor. Just hear the woodpecker drumming. See if I can start him up there. Yeah. See if I can pick him up on the audio. Yeah. You get all three main species of woodpecker along here. The green ones are the commonest and the greatest spotted, and on very rare occasions you get the even rarer, lesser spotted woodpecker. Yeah, it's calling again there, drumming. I don't know if you can hear that. There. He's up in those trees up there somewhere. Move on. A bit nippy this morning, it's a bit of a frost. Not too bad. I'm along here, but I've only got one skin on. Thin coat. It's not too bad. It's unseasonably warm actually. The temperature now is twice the average for this time of year. So on the forecast last night, 15 to 16 degrees here today. It should only be 7 or 8. Might not sound much if you live in a hot country, or a country that has very cold winters and hot summers. It's the weather in Britain in the last decade, it's mostly been badger set over there. There's a badger set on the top of the bank there, and it's been working over there as well, gradually expanding. That appeared about 3 years ago, and all that soil there is what's been pulled out. That's new workings over there into that holly bush. Aye, as we was saying, the weather in Britain in the last decade, it's been punctuated with some quite violent extremes. Freezing cold one week, cracking the flags the next, massive amounts of rain one week, and a little bit of a drought. sort of extremes cocks up your plans and everything. Bad enough trying to get a decent weather forecast. When you're working and you have a couple of 3 days a week to yourself and you make plans, you rely on the weather forecast if you do a lot of outdoor stuff like me. And I say, had loads of days, ruins of the castle on the hill there, and the limestone escarpments. Yeah, it's become increasingly difficult to plan ahead based on the weather. 2019 now, last year, as one example, I must have lost 30 days throughout the year where I didn't go out because the weather forecast was really bad, and then it turned out actually okay. And other occasions where the weather forecast said it was good, you went out, did a bit of camping or walking, absolutely drenched. I don't really mind the rain. It's just that if you've got binoculars out with your camera, or in this case, little camcorder, it's a pain in the arse. You get spots of wet on the lens. You don't really notice it when you're looking through the screen here. And of course, when it comes out on the computer and it's blowing up, it ruins the footage. And of course, if it's wet and warm, you get mist inside your lens. Again, it lowers the footage standard. Same with binoculars. Trying to look at something, it's all fogged up. Little lift bridge coming up. I've wound this up one 2 times or 100. Normally down these bridges, this one stays up. It's only used by the farmer once a year when he cuts silage on this field, and he stores his bales in the field below here. But little sign on the bridge there, I put that up. All the boaters coming along, the holiday boaters, 90% of the boats on here are holiday boaters. They're sort of acting correctly. They see the bridge up and think, should be down there. So they go through, they stop, they wind the bridge down, thinking the boat ahead of them's left it up. But of course, the logic doesn't connect, and you can have load of sheep in this field. In fact, there's some at the top of the field there now. And of course they put the bridge down, leave it, drive off, and with that there's a load of sheep all over the path. That bit of logic evaded them. Last year a big oak tree came down here, blocked the canal for a couple of days. So stored it up. That's the hole it came out of. A few logs there. Nice bit of oak. The wood's pretty sound, but the roots were knackered. Bit of mist in the valley forming there. Sheep everywhere. Nice frosty scene. That's a green woodpecker calling in the background there. And there's another one as well, further down the canal, a few 100 yards. And I don't know if I can actually get any closer, but if I zoom in there through the bridge, that's, oh, there's two of them there. You just about make them out, just going down a bit of a bend there. It's a pair of goosanders. There was 7 on the canal a few days ago, up at the marina. Been coming onto the canal early in the morning. They breed on the river down there. I have known a goosander to be on the canal here with ducklings. Goosander's part of a group of ducks called loosely termed sawbills. They have a serrated edge just inside the beak, elongated beak, and the serrated edge looks like teeth. It's actually to grip fish. They're predominantly fish-eating ducks, and in Britain you've got the goosanders, got the mergansers, and a nice little duck as well, which you see on inland lakes, also on the sea. Little black and white looking duck called a smew, very attractive duck. I've not seen one of those for some years. These are 3 main ones anyway. I'll just run this film now, just in case I can surprise these 2 goosanders if they're still here. Around this bend somewhere. Yeah, they seem to have moved off. Must have flown off when I was out of sight of them. Good feed for fish-eating birds on this canal. The water's ran with fish. I fish here a lot. I know this stretch of water quite well. A lot of anglers won't come here and fish because they think it's spoiled by the boats. But those in the know use the boats to their advantage. The fish are used to the boats. I'm on a boat most days. There's a woodpecker up here somewhere. Green woodpecker drumming to my right. There we go. There. So I can see some woodpecker holes up there. The one I just stayed up here would be a gracious spotted. There's a green woodpecker down there drumming somewhere. Pity about those two goosanders. Sun's starting to show there. I just thought I was going this way anyway, so I'll do a bit of footage on a mile long stretch of canal. They do a bit of abseiling up there. Been quarried out, give them a good surface to work on, throwing themselves off on the ropes. And farmhouse there. I've walked just about a mile of the canal, and got this little bit of footage. So once I reach where the canal bends here, sharp under the main road, that's me more or less at my destination. As you can see that, the water is very, very clear. See the bottom there? Reflection of the tree there. Those limbs have come off in the last how long was long they last? Within the last 3 days. Wood pigeon there, cooing. Fully stopped now. Very suspicious why I've stopped. It's gone quiet. Now he's there again. Wood pigeon. Extremely sharp eyesight. I'll just walk to this open aspect. Have a shot down towards the river. Duck on the water here. Yeah, mallard. River Dee down there, golf course beyond. That brings to the conclusion my little stroll along the canal for a mile this early in the morning. It's only about 7:30 at the moment. Started going light about 6:30. We fully light about 7. More than none.